G'day gang, been a while since we've been under a car, eh? This is a Ford Territory. This is going to get a new centre bearing. As you can see, centre bearing has departed on the Territory. They usually have some weights somewhere, plastic weights. There we go, plastic weights, and I like to mark where they come from, like that. I also mark here because although it doesn't really make so much difference with a CV, I like to just put it back where it came from. Same as the front with the donut, you know. I just leave a little mark there so that we can see that that's where it was, and I like to put it back there. So we'll undo the 3 bolts onto that coupling. 1, 2 up there, and this fella here, and the 6 that are up on that CB there, and we'll pull that shaft out, and I'll meet you over on the bench. So here you can clearly see that she's kaput. That's what the new fella looks like. And we also need to remove the universal joint so we can get onto the nut there, remove the last section of the rear section of the tail shaft, and then we can operate on this centre bearing section. So I'm going to pull the clips out. I'm going to go old style, old school, and tappy tap tap. Knock these out. Notice it's not a massive hammer, it's just a hammer. And we're going to mark a nice line down here so that when we line this all back up again, the splines will put us back into the right orientation. Phase is what the term that they use. Make sure we phase it correctly, and yeah, I'll get back to you when I've got the uni out of it a bit. With the clips out, we want to now position this so that it is sitting either side of the vice jaws. Then I'm going to add some percussion to here, and this will walk. I wonder if it'll do it while I'm holding you guys with the camera. You see, I'm not really hitting it hard. I know it's probably knocking your ears around some, but as long as we hit on that area there, we'll be all right. We don't want to hit on that surface there, so we just keep. Something like that. I should be able to. I'll get a pair of vice grips now, and that'll come out of there, and I'll just have to go around. We'll come back when we've got it all apart. Now we have 2 sections separated. Next step is to take this nut off. But I'm going to make sure I carefully mark in here so that the spines line up perfect. Just before I pull this off. A mark like that's generally, for me, that's okay. Can we get it back on there? Exact same. Looks alright to me, yeah? You'd certainly know if you were off. Look at it. You know? Bam. So we're happy with that. We'll make sure we don't wipe the paint off that. Now, this shouldn't have, some do have a circlip in here, but this probably won't. So what I'm now going to do is come in behind with a punch. Pretty good little punch. We'll come in from behind. And give it a bang, 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 bang in there. I'll probably get that right out of the way now. But I've got to get in there, so I can tap that away. And a couple of little tappy tap taps, and off she comes. She didn't even leave a mark on the back of it. Okay, now it's just reversal again. So there we go. There we go, all swung back on. And oh, there we go. Happy with that? I am. Bang. So we've got our nice greasable Toyo Universal from Japan. Make sure that it's same length. Make sure the cups same diameter. Be right to go straight ahead. There's no real ruling on where you put this grease nipple, but I think if you thought about it, you want to put it where there's not much in the way, and on the where there's a nut on that side there. I think that will just stick her on that side there, eh? What do you reckon? So when we fit him in, I'll just pull that grease nipple out of there, eh? Pull that grease nipple out of there so I don't smash it up. But we're going to be like that. So the first one we'll just leave the sides on, and of course I'll just pound down on here. It'll come. You'll see. It'll come together. Now all I have to do is turn this up the other way, bop that down to its level, put its pin in, put its clip in, turn the other fella up. We're good, we're nice and free inside the uni, so I'll get that done. So there they are. Now sometimes when you do this method, this becomes very, very tight. I'll show you how to loosen that up. Sit you there. Pretty simple. Just like that. That's it. That's how you loosen that up. And there we go. A new bearing on there. New universal. Put some grease in here. All ready to go. We lined up our marks. Line up this mark with this mark, and that mark with that mark, and this is on that mark with this mark. We're all good. Now we'll just bolt it all back in the and there we go. The drive shaft is back in where we were, lined up, lined up, lined up. The weight is back on, and we are tight. And there's our new centre bearing, all attached. And job done. Pretty easy one. Have yourselves a good one. Check you later.